Okay, this is another core stability exercise. These are banded anti-rotations. Again, this is for the deep stabilizing muscles of the core, and it's also the muscles that are responsible for rotating and twisting. And this kind of rotational movement is really an essential part of so many athletic movements that people are doing, whether you're doing a throwing movement, a catching movement, a punching movement, even a kicking movement. You can also think of it, so you can think of it like a fixed pelvis and a rotation of the torso against a fixed pelvis, or you can think of it like a fixed rib cage and torso and a rotation of the pelvis against that fixed point. Either way, this kind of like counter rotation of pelvis and shoulders, or pelvis and ribs, however you want to think about it, is a really essential part of a lot of athletic movement. So we want to make those muscles really strong, and not only strong in executing that rotation, but also strong in staying stable against another part of the body twisting and rotating. So get yourself a nice heavy resistance band. Obviously, the further you are away from wherever it's attached to, the more resistance it's going to be. Take a nice wide stance, like a horse stance or a mountain pose. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to put resistance on the band, keep your shoulders back and down, and extend the arms out in front of you like so. You're just going to hold this. My elbows are totally locked out. Hold this for a minute. I'm trying to keep my shoulder blades back and down, my elbows totally locked out. I'm keeping my posture very upright, so I'm not letting myself lean forward towards the band. Now, if this is enough and you're really feeling a good kind of work in the side here, this part, and you can just stay there. If you feel like you need more, you can turn away from where the band is fixed to. Now make sure that you're not twisting your pelvis. Notice my pelvis is staying totally front, and I'm just rotating the upper body against the lower. And that's more than a minute. And obviously make sure you do both sides equally. And also, I will say, if you do have a huge deficiency on one side, if one side is just way harder, which is super common for people, right? Think of those athletic movements. Throwing, almost everybody throws with one side. We're not ambidextrous. Most people aren't ambidextrous. So you're gonna have one side that's a lot stronger. If one side is way, way, way stronger, then do double the amount of repetitions, or hold for twice as long on the weaker side, because you want to try to balance out the body. That's going to help prevent injury.